I'm Kevin. In this video, you will see how I made a version of an 18650 battery terminal welder for making lithium-ion battery packs like these. But first, welcome to my channel at Handyman24, where you come to see exactly how I do it. Okay, so here we are at the workbench with all the components that we need to build the 18650 battery welder. So first of all, we have our battery pack that will power our battery welder. So we have a 11.1 volt 60C at 5200 milliamp battery pack, and as you see, it's the high discharge RC LiPo battery. And high discharge is important because what that does, it enables high voltage, high current. It enables high current discharge in a burst, in an instant, and that's kind of what the welder needs and uses. So having a high discharge battery pack is key. It comes with the charger, so they come together as a kit like this, and the charging port comes assembled on it, so it's just a matter of plugging it into the charger pack and plugging it into the outlet, and there we go, and start charging. So when this light turns green, then the battery pack would have been fully charged when this light turns green. So that's it for the battery pack. Now it came with a different connector. I had some XT60 connectors. You also have the XT90. I had the 60, both male and female. So what I simply did, I cut the original connector that came onto this cable, and I soldered these connectors on and shrink wrap them. I didn't do such a great job shrink wrapping this side, so I just put a tape over it. Next is the portable transistor mini spot welder. So this is the whole brain of the spot welding. It has all its circuitry underneath there. Now, of course, it comes with the power button right here. Interestingly enough, it's labeled underneath the bottom, power, right there. And that's the power button. It also has a weld switch. So this, you could use some kind of foot switch, and it's just two wires come out here. So you'd have to get some kind of adapter. I think it came with an adapter. I'm not sure. Can't recall right now. But you could always get an adapter for in here. It's just two wires connect to a switch, and once those two switch touch, then you have your arc. I don't need it. I don't use it. It has an automatic setting on that, so when the two leads touch and make contact, it senses that and does the arcing. So it has the terminals for the battery, DC 9 volts to 12 volts. So that's the range of operation, voltage operation. You have the negative terminal here, and you have the positive terminal over here. These terminals are for the discharge lead, the welding leads. So you have a negative side and a positive side. Now it's interesting to note that the positive side of the supply voltage, the battery voltage, it's connected also here to the positive lead, discharge lead or weld lead. So they're one of the same. So you could either connect it here and have the voltage pass through this strip of conductor there, or You could do what I will do is just connect it directly and bypass here. So it's up to you. That's an option. I'm just not sure how much current this will carry. You could use it from this terminal, and if this happens to burn out, you just simply move it and put it over here, as you'll see me do in a few. So that's it for the portable transistor. Of course, as we'll do the test run later, so these buttons are for the intensity, and this is for some other feature of mode. Now it comes with the cable, of course, with the probes, and all you have to do is put ends on them, your appropriate ends that you'll use. I use these open-ended spades connecting ends because it just go in easy underneath the terminals. So just slide in nice and easy underneath those terminals, just like that. So all I had to do was put these ends on, and actually this cable was long enough for me to cut a piece off of it to repurpose it for the battery leads, just so that I have a consistency in color and size. So that's what I did. So it comes with a pretty much long enough sleeve, cable. I just didn't need it that long. You could keep it that long if you need that long, and use a different red and black for your power. So that's it. Let's get an assembly of it. So to begin with assembling, we have our battery, positive and negative. So what we'll do, we'll get this negative connected underneath here, and then we just screw this down, just like that, nice and snug. Don't need to go crazy over tightening it. And then we'll take a positive lead, and I'm just gonna run this through right up underneath here, hold that in, and I'm gonna take this positive lead for the power, or for the battery power, slide it up underneath there like that, and then I'll just tighten down, just like that. Nice and snug, not too tight. So as I mentioned earlier, instead of using this conductor strip right here, I just bypass that by connecting straight. You could connect to here if you wish, it's up to you. Now the last lead we have is the negative lead for the probe, and that just goes right in here, just like that. And from that screw, we tighten down. It's nice and snug. And that's all there is to it. Now let's power it up. Now these XT660 connectors, they only connect one way. You can't misconnect it because it's keyed. Because of the shape, it's keyed, so it only goes in one way, like that. And then you have your power button right here, where you just push that in, and it boots up, and there you have it. So this is your intensity buttons. See if we can get that in. So this will go down with the intensity, this will go up with the intensity. this changes the mode. From weld, so this is auto weld, or this is for manual weld, in which that's when you would use this connector right here for your external weld switch that you could either use with your feet so that your hands are free, or you could do like me and I just keep it right there in the weld, which is an auto weld mode. So it just switches you from auto to the manual here. That's what this button does, the mode button. These two are just for your intensity. Right now I'm gonna take my intensity up to 60, and that's where I'm gonna weld my battery terminals at. So let's get welding, do some test runs.
Parts are listed below in the description and can be purchased using the Amazon Associates link.
So there you have it. Beautiful spot welding. I normally do 4 spot welding per terminal, which would actually be 2, 1 for each side, and you get that beautiful spot welding like that, and it doesn't come off that easy. Oops. It's on there. It's not going anywhere. All right. So this is just a test battery pack I put together so that I could do a test run. So I was using intensity 60. You could see that right there. That's the intensity I was using, 60. But it can actually go all the way up to 90, 99, which if I bring it all the way up to 99, that's the max. I never had to go that far. Let's see. What's the intensity like at 99? Not bad. Not bad at all. You can see a difference though in the spot weld. You could see a difference. So this is at intensity 99, the maximum, and that right over there is at the intensity of 60. So you can adjust the intensity based on how your project is going. If you're burning through it, or you're arcing too much, burning too much, you turn it down. If you need more intensity to weld more, and of course a high intensity like this, it's really gonna get in there. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna dress this up, power it off. I'm gonna kind of put some double-sided tape and connect it onto the battery like that. So here's the final product. All I did was get double-sided sticky tape and just kind of attach that to the battery. So now I can use it from a standing position like that, and can go ahead and do some welding. That's it. Here we have it. All off. That's a wrap. Please like, share, and subscribe.